Okay. This is recording, I think. How many time? Oh my god. I haven't read this book in a while. In a long time. Hello everyone, I'm Luis Montes, and today I'm going to read the chapter 9 of this book. The name of this book, and if you can remember, is Officially Dead, written by Richard Prescott. The last chapter we read was the number 8, that the name of that chapter was The Funeral, where Linda had to make sure that all the people believe that her husband has died. And now we can continue. The advertisement. Advertisement. Oof, my English is very bad. Give me a moment. On the day her husband was cremated near Brentwood as John Bentley, Julie went to work early. She was in her office at CJF Software Solution before anyone else arrived. At 9 o'clock, she moved from her own desk to Colin's. There was work to do, Colin's as well as her own, and she had a pile of letters and papers in front of her. She was trying to read them calmly, and she was trying not to cry, but she couldn't stop the tears running down her cheeks. There had been no news of Colin, and she was desperately worried. Julie wasn't used to working on the company's finances, but the accounts had to be brought up to date, so she was trying to learn about them quickly. She read through the letters and she quickly filled the invoices, getting them ready to take to Mr. Booker, the company's accountant. Among the papers on the desk was a fax from Jackman's, the insurance brokers. It didn't contain good news. Jackman's didn't want to continue with the test for the new software product. They had decided that they were going to continue to use the software they already had. Julie was angry about this news. She'd wasted 2 months developing work on that project. She pushed her fingers through her thick red hair. Then she stood up and began walking around the room. She was tense. She needed time to relax and to think about the future of the business. When John and Jenny, Julie's 2 assistant programmers, arrived at 9:30, she gave them a list of jobs to do during the day. Then she put the files of invoices into her briefcase and went to see Mr. Booker. Booker's office was dark and uncomfortably warm. Booker was sitting in his desk, his head down, his shoulder bent. When Julie entered the room, he spoke without looking up. "I'm not surprised he is running away." "How did you know?" Julie said, sitting down in the front of the desk. She had only met Booker once or twice before, but she didn't like him very much. Booker coughed into his handkerchief. "News like that travels fast," he said slowly. "It doesn't surprise me at all." "Why? What do you mean?" "When I last saw your husband, we talked about your company's serious finances problems," Booker replied. Julie looked puzzled. "He must have told you about our conversation," Booker said. "No," Julie said. "He told me nothing." Booker raised his elbows. "Well, this simple truth is you are spending more money than you're earning. Your company is seriously in debt." Julie looked straight at Booker, unable to believe what she was hearing. How could Colin have kept this news from her? "How much do we owe?" she asked. About 10,000 at this moment, Booker replied. Your husband said he had arranged a bank loan. He was waiting for a valuable contract to be confirmed, and he needed to loan till you've been paid for the new software. Booker paused a moment. Then he said, that contract has been confirmed, hasn't it? Julie was shocked, but she was beginning to understand. No, she said, it hasn't been confirmed. In fact, we have lost the contract. I see, Booker said. He smiled nastily. He seemed pleased. That explained everything then. What do you mean? Your husband can accept failure, so he has run away. Julie didn't like what Booker was saying, or the unpleasant way he was saying it. She wondered why she and Colin had ever given him their accountants to work on. But she had no time to look for a new accountant now. She had enough problem already. She tried to be polite. My husband wouldn't run away. He's not that kind of person, Mr. Booker, she said. And anyway, he couldn't have known about the contract when he disappeared. I only had the news this morning. Julie put the folder of invoices on Booker's desk and got up to leave. We've got a big debt to pay back, Booker said, lifting his head slightly. I'd do something about that very soon, if I were you. That evening, Julie sat down at her kitchen table to do some more work on the company's finances. When she was too tired to continue, she made herself a hot drink, then went into the living room. Some CD boxes lay in an untidy pile on the floor in front of the stereo. She picked one at random and put it into the machine. A blues song started to play. Suddenly, tears were running down Julie's face again. Oh, Colin, where are you? She said aloud. A photo of Colin stood on the low table beside the sofa. Julie picked it up. Colin, relaxed and smiling in the bright sunlight, was sitting outside a cafe by the sea. Julie had taken the photo herself 2 years before, while they were on holiday in the south of France. She shook her head and the tears ran down her cheek. Where are you? She repeated in a soft voice. She could no longer keep that bad thought out of her mind. Perhaps the police were right. Perhaps Colin had abandoned her because he didn't love her anymore. Or perhaps Booker was right, and Colin had run away from his business problems because he couldn't accept failure. Julie didn't know who was right, and she didn't care. All she wanted was to have her husband back in home again. Somebody, somewhere, must know where Colin is, she thought. Somebody must have seen him. She decided to put an advertisement in the national newspaper. She will put Colin's photo in the ad. Someone might remember seeing him. Someone might help her find him again. This is the music machine, the photo of Colin, and the poor Julie. Somebody, somewhere, must know where Colin is. And that is how the chapter 9 ends. Really sad, the moment Julie is leaving, or was leaving. Actually, I think that with this advertisement, many people can tell her what happened with Colin. Someone knows about what really happened, not just the other couple in the story. So let's see what happened in the next chapter. See you.